In this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between the forum and the open forum within the activities. Start by turning editing on, and then I'm just going to come down to an empty area. Here we go. So forum and open forum are both discussion forum tools. The reason that there are two is a holdover from the origins of Moodle itself. Core Moodle is an open source product. That means anybody can contribute to the code. And early in the life in Moodle, lots and lots of people contributed to the code. Lots of individuals and organizations created all of the tools that we see and use today. And for a long time, this was relatively unregulated. So when we first started using Moodle, there were duplicates of a lot of different tools available in our version of Moodle. Over time, a lot of those duplicates have dropped by the wayside, and our particular version of Moodle is a hosted version that is what you might call curated by the company. Originally, we had Moodle Rooms. Moodle Rooms was then bought by Blackboard, and then Blackboard was bought by another company, not Blackboard wasn't, but Blackboard sold what was called Open LMS to another company. And along the way, both Moodle Rooms and Blackboard refined the list of potential activities and resources available in Moodle and had a lot of proprietary code, stuff that was unique to just themselves. The open forum is an example of one of those things. But the forum tool is the part that's still Core Moodle. So when Core Moodle, which is still an open source product managed by something called Moodle.org, releases a new update, that gets updated. Open Forum is something that is managed by our hosting company, and it may or may not get updated each time. Up until very, very recently, the version update that took place this summer, the open forum was the better of the two forums. It had more options and it was easier to monitor student activity. However, the current update in the regular forum is pretty great, to the point now that there's only one reason that I would recommend using open forum over forum. And that is that open forum allows for anonymous feedback. But I'm going to very quickly show you the setting differences between forum and open forum and what they mean. Okay, so either forum requires you to have a name. Both forums use these same types. So standard forum for general use is the most common one that people use, and then sometimes people use the Q&A where you pose a question and students pose answers, but they can't see other students' answers until they have responded themselves. Availability is just date cutoff stuff. Are you going to allow attachments? Subscription and tracking. This sends emails out to you or the students when people have made posts. Discussion locking stops a discussion forum from being open. Post threshold, you have the ability to block a post as the instructor. Do you want to have a time period in which that can take place? And then this is the new thing that's part of this forum, and it's called the whole forum grading. And I'm not going to go into how you use all of this, but basically all of the online grading tools that are available inside of the assignment tool, or most of the online grading tools that are available inside the assignment tool, are now available inside the forum. So you can set up a scale, you can set up a rubric, various things like that, just to make grading the entire forum easier. And there are some tools incorporated with this that allow you to see how many posts the students have made, how many replies, stuff like that. Ratings allows everyone, the students too, to do things like stars. And it used to be that this could be converted into a grade, but now we've got the whole forum grading. And then we're not going to worry about that. Restrict access, this is the standard restriction set that anything in Moodle has, so that you can control who has access to the forum. And then we'll ignore tags and competencies. So I'm going to go ahead and save and return to course. And there it is. And then I'm going to make another one using the other forum, and then we'll look at them both. So open forum, now, same thing. You have to have a name. You can have a description, same forum types. This differs. Okay, so here you can allow anonymous posting, and you can't in the regular forum. You can allow private replies, which you can't do in the regular forum. So this is private replies just from you as the instructor to the individual. Attachments works pretty much the same. Subscription works the same. Discussion locking works the same. Post threshold works the same. Grade works very similarly, not exactly the same, but you do still have that ability. If I go here to manual grading, to choose the checklist and marking guides and rubrics, which is great. Ratings works the same. All of these things work the same. So the main difference at this point are anything that lives here within post options. I'm going to go ahead and save. Otherwise, they also look a little different, and I think this would be the primary reason now why I would suggest using just the regular forum, is because I like how it looks better, but you may or may not prefer one or the other. So when I come to this one, this is what it looks like when a student first comes in. They add a new discussion topic, post to forum, and then the next, so it's going to have this kind of look, this sort of almost like gridded look to it. And you can choose whether to subscribe, that is to get an email alert that somebody has posted, to each individual posting if you'd like to. So let's say the next student comes along, they post a forum. The third student comes along, they click on this one to read it, and they reply. And it looks like actually this now is allowing reply privately. I learned something new. In addition to that, here in this for the reply, it didn't automatically have the HTML editor if I didn't put it in. Okay, and then reply privately. All right, so unlike the open forum tool, in the regular forum tool, you don't have to do a setting to get the option to reply privately, but you do for each individual thing mark whether you want to do that or not. All right. So now we've got essentially nested forums going on here. And in fact, I'm going to come back to the primary forum now, and I know that there's at least one reply living in there, so I would expand it so that I could see that, and then it looks like that. So it's just a different flow. So if I go now to, so that was forum, that's regular forum, and here's this one. It looks really similar. If I want the HTML editor, I use Advanced Editor and additional options. There we go. Your HTML editor may look differently than mine. I have changed mine, which is something you can do up here in your profile, is pick a different HTML editor. This one is called Atto, and I chose it because it allows the automatic embedding of video or audio, short clips, like little minute-long clips. But I was showing how to do that. All right, and then attachments, everything like that, I can post to the forum. And you see it's just got a different look to it. And then the next student comes along, they post, and then the next student comes along, and they reply. Yeah. There we go. So it's got a couple of replies, so I can see immediately there's the 2 replies. I can click back on that to get back into the root. So we see that and see that. It's a matter of taste, really, I think, as to which visual layout you prefer between the two. And since I have discovered now that the regular forum allows the private replies also, there's almost no functional difference between the two at this point. So you'll just pick which one you prefer.